why not film our van tour again? Now we've been using the van for a year, and nice location to film, so here we are.
Feedback on the last van tour video was that the camera was all over the place and we didn't think it did the van justice, so here we are.
So as you can see, our conversion is in the back of the Luton box. So when we first bought the van, it was just completely bare. There was no ceiling, it was just a fiberglass sheet. So the actual box is made of some sort of fiberglass compound. It's not aluminium. We went for polystyrene sheets for insulation. So they are actually attached to the outer walls with expanding foam. We built a wooden frame behind this cladding that you can see, and then over the top we've gone for 3mm pine cladding, so it's quite thin. But before we did any of the insulation cladding, we cut out the holes for our windows. So we've used caravan windows, second hand. They're really cheap and big. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in total, but we also have some glass windows in our back doors that we can't open as well.
So kitchen space, quite important to us because we like to do a bit of cooking whilst we're living in the van, whilst we're on the road. So we've got our hob top, grill, oven and that little bit of storage space at the bottom. We got all of that from the same caravan, from a caravan scrapyard. We also got this sink, and we then built the rest of the kitchen around those things basically. So for the kitchen worktop we went to a wood yard. Timber's quite expensive, so we asked for any scrap bits they've got, and we ended up getting 2 different types of wood, sycamore and chestnut, and they were rough sawn, so we ended up planing them quite a lot and getting them, you know, gluing them together and making it all nice and neat. And as you can see, they've still got the live edge, that's held up quite well. So this wood hasn't stained or warped at all, and that's because we oiled it quite a few times when we first got it, to avoid that happening. At the back here we've got a splash guard, which is like, it looks like copper but it's actually some sort of thin steel, and then obviously we've siliconed all around the edge as well to stop any leaking down the back. After I've washed up the dishes, this handy little thing's from IKEA. Obviously that's good for just drying the dishes. Underneath this kitchen worktop, storage space, and in this one here we've got our gas bottle and again a little bit more storage space. Our water pump's also in there. For our kitchen taps, taps are quite expensive actually, other than your bog standard stainless steel sort of tap. So we decided to use copper pipe and fittings to make this.
So the whole bathroom cubicle stretches from here to here, and the size of it was basically dictated by the smallest shower tray we could buy and cassette loo. So as I said, there's really nothing in there other than the shower tray and the loo. The shower tray is a bit sandy at the moment because we've been going from beach to beach. But the walls are covered with plastic cladding. On the walls which we couldn't clad, so this one with the door on, we just painted it with oil-based paint, so it helps to waterproof it a bit, but just to ensure that the wood keeps dry. We've also got a shower curtain which comes across here. Again, we made our own mixer tap out of gate valves and copper pipe fixtures. All worked really well. And we also have a little vanity sink, which was just a salad bowl that we had knocking around. Saw the idea online and it worked really well, so doing that. For bathroom storage, we just have one of these really cheap caddies from B&M, and that pretty much fits in everything we need: shampoo, conditioner. So as you can see, above the loo there's a gap in the wall. There's 2 reasons for that. Number 1 is we ran out of wood, and our budget was getting low. And number 2 is we don't have any fan in here, So we thought, since it's so close to the bedroom window, as you can see, it'll act as a ventilation spot. So when we're having a shower, we try and remember to open the window so all the steam just goes straight out of there. So as you can see on the bed, we have a bit of an overhang, just so we could extend it to a double size. So that meant that it cut out a bit of space of the bathroom cubicle. So to compensate for that, we just kept the loo right up to the bulkhead, and we have this ledge that comes out.
Oh, hi. So this is our bed. It's this is really weird how the people are looking.
Okay.
So the reason we chose a Luton, or one of the reasons, is because of this overhead, over the cab space, which you can use as a bed, and it doesn't intrude on the living space.
So other things to mention.
Big green balls. Okay, so this is our bed area. We decided to keep this as the bed area so that we had a fixed bed. We didn't have to make it up every night. We replaced the wood that was here initially because it was chipboard and it was going like all rotten. On top of the ply we put some foam, which was out of a narrow boat. With the bed, obviously, to make it a full-size double, or close to a full-size double, we've got a bit of an overhang here where the ply that we used overhangs. We've got the two windows, one on either side. That provides fresh air to the bed area. Okay, so it never stayed on a campsite, so we wanted this to be an off-grid van, and these are the features that make it an off-grid van. Starting with the water system. So we've got a 159 litre water tank, fresh water tank that is, which is underslung under here on the underside of the van. That provides all our water. That can last us, if we're not having showers, that can last us for a good week, 2 weeks really. Water heater, instant water heater, which is powered by our gas bottle under the sink here. So nice little tidy water system, and it's the same in our bathroom here for the shower, all comes through the same system, and that's from our 159 litre water tank. This is our pump. We've had it for about 5-6 years now, and I think it was second hand when we got it, so it's quite old. 2.9, the Parmax 2.9, which means 2.9 gallons a minute, I think. I don't know, but it does the job fine. Water pressure's good. Okay, so for our gas, which heats our hot water and powers the oven and the grill and the hobs, we've just got a 15 kilogram butane Cala gas. The reason we didn't put a refillable system in is because we've been away for, I think it was 8 months before, and we didn't run out of one of these bottles. So
I don't think we even used half of it.
No, we had plenty left, so we didn't think it was worth the extra expense of a refillable system. We just used the Cala gas bottles and obviously swap them when we need to. Okay, so down in this corner under our clothes storage, we've got two 110 amp hour leisure batteries, which provide us with our power that we need. They charge our devices, power an inverter if we need anything from a 3-pin plug, power the cool box, the water pump, just anything like that we need to power. Also under here is our solar charge controller. The solar panel's on the roof. It's just mounted on a piece of wood which is fixed down securely. It's a 120 watt solar panel. We've found that this is more than enough electricity, as long as it's not cloudy every single day for weeks on end. If it is, then we've got a backup. Simple isolation switch. So what we do is start our engine, the alternator's obviously going then charging our engine battery, put this in, turn it, and then it'll start charging these leisure batteries as well, the alternator will. If we're doing a few hours driving in a day, that's a really good way to keep them topped up, especially if there's no sun. We've been using this van for 2 years now, since we first converted it, and we've found that the we've never had flat batteries. Okay, so under our seat, along with the storage, is another thing that helps us stay off grid. We've been using it quite a bit on this trip. It's our diesel heater. We went for a Chinese diesel heater off eBay. We've got an entire other video dedicated to it if you want to see how we installed it. But that stays under our seat, and this is another thing that's powered from our batteries. We're really pleased with it. It takes about 10 minutes to heat up and keeps the van nice and toasty.
So when we first bought the van, it had a big roll shutter which actually rolled into the ceiling, and it was rotten, it was soaked with blood. It was going to make it impossible to insulate the van, so we just got rid of it and we built our own doors with the help of my dad. Both of the doors open out fully, and we decided to keep the tail lift because it's a nice little balcony space. So we initially covered the tail lift with this brass effect stuff. It was the cheapest stuff that you get and it's not very nice. So mainly we just cover it with carpets and rugs, and it's much more comfortable. So because the doors are exposed to the elements quite a lot, inside, sandwiched in between the wood, is damp-proof membrane. That helps keep the rain out. And then the outer doors are shed lapping, which helps the water run off. And above the doors we have a strip of shed felt or bitumen, and that just again helps to keep rainwater that's running off the roof of the van from dripping down over the doors. So as for the technical specs of the van, it's a Ford Transit Luton body, 2.5 litre diesel, direct injection, so there's no glow plugs, which means starting it on a cold day can sometimes be a bit tricky. There's no turbo either, so it's slow, It's also very loud. It's the banana engine, and anyone who knows anything about that engine knows that it's very loud. So to combat that, we soundproofed the front here. We've got another video about the process, but as you can see, got a duvet up and this really thick curtain here which stops the sound from bouncing around in the back and coming out. It has made a difference. It's more comfortable to drive now. We can have a decent conversation with each other. People ask a lot about the miles to the gallon. It's somewhere between 20 and 25. A lot of people ask us about the weight of the van. It can only legally carry 3.5 tons, and after we completed the full conversion, we took it to a weigh bridge and it weighed 3.2 tons.